Hey, everybody, I'm Lee Blue, and I'm here with Max from Semrush today. And this is going to be a little bit of a different conversation than what we normally have because we've got Max, which is really cool. And Semrush is a platform that I've personally been using for I don't know, almost like 10 years, it feels like a really long time. And I'm really excited to have Max jump in and talk a little bit more about some of the new stuff they've got going on at Semrush, how to know if it's for you. What is it even, in general? Like, how do you know if it's the kind of tool that you'd want to bring into your business or to your clients' businesses? And I think that you're going to find that it's some pretty interesting stuff. So Max, can you kind of give us a little bit of background as to like who you are and what Semrush is all about?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Max. I work with Semrush, and what I do for them, I'm a growth marketing manager for them. So I help discover kind of some new opportunities. Obviously, help our product and our brand team be able to deliver better results for our users and our community, and really just be able to be there as a resource for different digital marketers. Just to kind of dive in just a little bit. Obviously, what is Semrush? What do we do? Semrush is a leading online visibility management SaaS platform. And we found that obviously, running a business is hard and getting people to find you is even harder. So we've built more than 50 digital tools from the ground up to solve any and streamline crucial digital activities ranging from SEO, PPC, SMM, keyword research, competitive research, PR, content marketing, and campaign management, really allowing your team to focus on telling your story, developing what you do best, and getting significant measurable results from online marketing. So Semrush offers insights and solutions for companies to build, manage, and measure campaigns across various marketing channels. And what's really cool about us is we're actually trusted by over 7 million marketers worldwide. So the best way I really like to put it to like a metaphor per se. So you can think of us almost like Google Analytics, but we're really more focused on competitor insights. So rather than solely focusing on your own business, you're really able to really understand where you measure, how you stack up to your competition, and how you can get a leg up today. Some stuff that's actually really cool, and just some stuff that I actually just kind of wanted to dive into, just how vast our data really is. And specifically, so we measured this back in August of 2021, so just a couple months ago. And what we found was Semrush has, we've got 20 billion keywords. We have 808 million domains. We've got 32.1 million mobile domains. We've got 500 terabits of raw data. We serve about 190 different countries and regions. We have about 43 trillion backlinks, 1.6 billion referring domains, and 25 billion URLs crawled per day. So it's, quite a lot of bit of data. We definitely are there to be there as a resource for you. And, what we like to do is, are you ready to get noticed? Are you ready to be found online? So we're really there to be there as a backbone for you and your company to help shape your story.
That is a ton of data that you guys have. I didn't even realize it was I knew it was huge and you guys have been around forever, but I didn't realize that's a lot. One of the things that I think is kind of interesting, just kind of talking to people, most people think that Semrush is like a keyword research tool, but there's so much more behind it. I know just personally, I'll get weekly emails about like how many new YouTube followers I've got and what's going on my Twitter account. And like, there's a ton of extra stuff in addition to the keyword research. Absolutely. Do you want to talk about some of the other tools that people seem to enjoy, or maybe a couple of highlights?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously the keyword overview, it's definitely a great way to really understand that obviously we have the largest keyword database out there right now. So that's obviously something our customers love. There's a lot of opportunities to obviously see where keywords rank, how to improve search rankings. But that's not where we're only limited to. So we obviously help out with PPC campaigns, really being able to help drive, what is your competitor doing really well on their display ads? What is the content that they're showing? Where are they driving that traffic to? So we're really able to provide, insights and strategies to help, you better understand kind of where we can maybe, get a little bit, cushion on our competition. Not only do we do that, but we obviously help with, content marketing, which has been a huge, driver for us as well. People are, coming to the understanding of having good content, helping get that ranked. creating schedules, even coming up with like keywords or topics for suggestions. You can do that all within our platform. We even have, obviously help with social media management. So if, I need to get the word out for, Twitter or for Instagram or for Facebook, we have a built-in calendar kind of built in as well that you can kind of manage that capacity level. Something that is also unique too, is obviously kind of our link building tool. Our link building is a way to really drive that outreach internally through our tools so that you can identify, maybe referring domains or referring links that you want to do, kind of get that business and get connection with. Everything is built within our tool. You can email out from everything. So it's all centralized, makes it a super easy opportunity. But, outside of that too, we can help with site audits and kind of getting that kind of the backhand technical part of your website. What's slowing us down, core web vitals. How can I improve that? So we're really all about providing strategy and insights and really giving measurable insights to where you can adopt that change.
That's a lot of stuff. In fact, as you're like saying all of these things, I'm like, wow, I'm kind of even getting overwhelmed. It's like, it's hard to process all the different things that you can do. I remember the way I got started with Semrush, or I guess you're supposed to say Semrush, right? Not SEM.
It's changed a little bit throughout this time, but yeah, the official name is Semrush.
Yeah. I always goof it up. But I remember when I first got started with it. This was back when we were doing the e-commerce platform that I mentioned a couple of times before in the group and everything. And I was trying to figure out like, how can I do like this content marketing strategy, like where I'm getting like organic traffic because of the content that we're creating. And so I would go in and try to find keywords to write about in the context of e-commerce, and really specifically in the context of WordPress e-commerce, if I could, because it was a WordPress e-commerce platform. And that's where I found out that I should write about how to charge for shipping. Like people used to do a lot of queries about shipping rates and checkout pages and streamlining the checkout process, and how calculating like real-time shipping rates really delays the checkout process because you're inserting this unknown and usually pretty large expense if you're just passing through your shipping rates and everything. So I started doing a whole lot of research, finding out that the whole idea occurred to me because of going into Semrush and finding out that people were Googling about shipping rates and checkout pages. And so I wrote that content, and I had this really long page with like videos and pictures and demonstrate. I probably maybe like 2,000-3,000 words plus videos. It took me a long time to write it, but it was the number one trafficked page on our website ever since I wrote that thing. Probably even to this day, you can probably Google like shipping rates for WordPress e-commerce or whatever, and up pops our page, even though we don't even run the platform anymore. I sold the business 3 years ago. And so it was really interesting to kind of dive into that. Now, the interesting thing also was I didn't really know what I was doing in terms of getting clients from the content, but that's not Semrush's fault. I just went through and kind of found out some really strong keywords, wrote this really cool article, and within almost overnight, the traffic started going up. We start getting these inbound links coming in. The downside was we didn't get a ton of new customers from that particular blog post. Mm-hmm. And it was because by the time people are like figuring out how to charge for shipping, they've probably already set up their store and they just want to set up the shipping rates. And we were selling the product that actually set up the store and everything. But what it also did, though, is it built our domain authority so that other posts that we built or published started to rank better on Google and everything else, because that one initial post about checkout rates and shipping rates really started to, it kind of put us on the map. And so just from personal experience, I know that being able to get the insights into what to write about and just ideas for your daily content. And even if it wasn't for you, like say you're doing it for your clients, like trying to go in and like set up different accounts and profiles for each of your clients, and then get some content marketing strategies going for them, set up a content calendar. I mean, it's really insightful stuff. And then on top of that, you've also got, if you've got like a YouTube channel going on, you can see how many people are subscribing to that and try to get some ideas for videos there. So it's really comprehensive. I'll tell you another thing about all of that I think is kind of interesting. And I'll be really curious to know if you've heard other people talk about this as well, especially for like web designers. Because like most of the people that I talk to on a daily basis tend to be web designers and WordPress developers. And we're all trying to figure out the best ways to serve our clients and maybe to win more leads and get more clients. And one of the ways that we use Semrush to do that It's like, suppose you get a lead from somewhere, or maybe it's just like a word of mouth referral or whatever, and you don't really know anything about the client yet. And you set up an appointment to kind of do like a discovery session with them or something like that. If you go into Semrush before you go into the discovery session and just do a little bit of research, like take like 15 minutes, like you can find out so much information so quickly. Just go into Semrush, Google, or not Google, but research your client's business and the backlinks and all of their different profiles. Build a little report, bring the report to that initial discovery meeting, and they'll think that you are the internet ninja. It's like, how did you know all of this stuff? It's like, you will blow people's minds as to who their competitors are, what the traffic is, and what kind of results that they might be able to get if they were able to kind of dial into some of those different hot topics that their competitors are getting traffic to, and just kind of just do some research. And then you can show them, hey, these are the areas of opportunity, and people will just freak out. And it's such a dramatically different experience if you come armed with this kind of data, as opposed to just showing up and you're like, hey, why don't you tell me about your business? Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, we can build you a website. Yeah. If you don't do that just generic, garden variety web design meeting about, hey, tell me what features you want to see on your site, and instead you come to a meeting with this kind of data and say, like, these are some areas where we could really do a lot, I think you'll find that you're just in a completely different category compared to just the random kind of garden variety web designers that just show up and want to build websites.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's definitely all part of it. I mean, with like all our different tools, we're going to help you become like equipped to know how to go after that lead or that prospect or even that client. We really want to provide you those leverage tools. A great one as being in web development is, a site audit and a technical audit and what that looks like, being able to provide them a full detailed report and be like, hey, we need to fix your core vitals. We need to optimize your images, or, there's different aspects of it that really go into SEO as far as ensuring that you have a quick loading website, contents, rather quick when it moves around. And so there's definitely a lot of key elements, and being able to provide those strategies and the insights, not only for you and for your company, but to be able to provide that, as you're working with other clients and other agencies and other websites alone, that's what we're all about. So, providing, getting y'all the best results is what we're after. I think that's what everybody's looking for, is to get measurable, marketing results. Can't always see that, what's going on. And so being able to actually see the data that's behind it, and actually see the strategies, how to make it even better, is kind of the icing on the cake.
Yeah. Absolutely. So what do you do if you want to get started with it? Like, kind of from two perspectives. One, there's obviously like, how do I sign up? And like, how do I kind of technically get my account set up? But what I'm really interested in is like, okay, so you get your account and now you're in there and you've got all of this stuff that you can do, and you suddenly feel like you're overwhelmed and you don't know anything. And it's like, well, how do I get started? Because there's so much depth to it. It's like, do you take a little course, or is there like, how do you get familiar enough with the tool to be able to actually use it effectively?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, definitely, as far as we've got our core elements of products, and of core elements of products, obviously within keyword research, competitive analysts, ad research, ad competitive analysis. It's getting involved with the tools. Obviously, what we're able to do is, obviously when you sign up, we obviously offer a freemium platform, obviously, so that you can get the full leverage of the tools, how they work, how to set up a project, how to run a report, how to export your findings, how to really get in the feel of things. I think that's the biggest thing, is really just setting up a project, seeing how our product really works, how we can, give you a report on kind of what keywords have changed in the last week for your competitor, which maybe link building, which links maybe do you need to see for this next week, or which ones did your competitors just reach out to? So maybe that you have some kind of comparative benchmark analysis to kind of go after. So there's obviously a lot of different ways to kind of get into the product. It is intuitive, but there's also, we do have an opportunity on the backside too, where we actually have a lot of people go through our academy. And Lee, I don't know if you know about that, but we have a Semrush Academy as well, where a lot of people can, go do courses about SEM, about SEO, how to really maximize their efficiency as to be a marketer. And we found that a lot of people do really enjoy going through that. It's a great way to learn not only about our product, but really just about the industry and about just tips and tricks about how to do certain things. So, that's definitely a great way to kind of get involved. But really just, getting self-involved with the product, being able to try out a lot of our different features and really get familiar with our product. And then as you build that out, you build out workflows and you build out scalability. And then that really drives that incremental change.
I didn't know about the Academy. That's new to me. That's really cool. I guess I should have dug in a little bit more to find out, because that sounds really awesome.
Yeah, we have got that. We've got a lot of different kind of products within our core suite, where we've got even a content marketplace. So like if you want, like, you're not the best writer, trying to hire a content writer can be difficult, and getting quality of material, and it's expensive, and project time. So we've actually created a full marketplace as well, that you can just come to Semrush, and Semrush will get it all done for you. It's all priced at a certain length and thresholds. So, but it's just a really great area and opportunity. Just like I said, it's just, we're doing a lot of different things, and it just kind of goes all over the place. But we're really there to be a resource for anybody. That's
awesome. I know that when I was using the platform, really, I guess all the time, but especially when I was using it like for the e-commerce marketing and stuff that we were doing, I just kind of lived in the tool. Like every day I would log in, look at some stuff, see what's going on, check how I'm doing, ranking for different keywords and stuff. It became one of those things that was like just part of my daily workflow, which is really something to say, because there's not a whole lot of products out there that you can say that about, like, I guess you could maybe say it about your email client or something like that. But like, it's just, it's not like Google Analytics, really. Like I don't constantly go into Google Analytics every single day to try to do something. I might check it once a week. Right. But like Semrush, it's like every single day I would go in there and be like, okay, well, I have to create a content calendar, or if not for me, for somebody else, or I have to figure out, how many people are subscribing to our YouTube channel now, and what videos are they liking? And maybe you should do more content like that. And it's like, you're just constantly using that to get like insight into stuff that it would be really difficult to figure out and really time consuming to figure out if you didn't have a tool like Semrush. Right. In fact, some of the stuff you can't figure out, like the keyword research and stuff like that. You can't just like, rub your crystal ball and figure that out. Other stuff, if you really wanted to put a lot of time into it, like you can monitor your own YouTube channel growth and stuff like that. But then you have to think, well, what about the time savings, and what about your workflow? And then if you can get a tool that kind of puts everything right in front of you, like this whole dashboard of your digital life right in front of you, then that's really valuable.
Yeah, no, we definitely find that as well. I mean, Google Analytics only goes so far, because you can only really look at your own business, your own health of the business, really see what's going on, but you have no way to really measure, like, how am I doing versus my, X competitor or my B competitor, and really be able to see what are they really doing well. Maybe there's opportunities that they're not doing too well on, but I'm doing really well on. How can I capitalize on that opportunity? So really just driving, those real opportunities. And that's why I use it every single day as well, just because you're able to really see actionable insights and where is traffic going? What pages on my site am I seeing the best traffic? Or, it's beyond just bounce rates and time durations. And it's really being able to really see, within the product and within, where's our traffic going? How can we optimize on it? Maybe our competitor, you're seeing that on your competitor's page, they're seeing a good amount of traffic on a particular blog article. Maybe you need to replicate it or at least replicate the concept of it. So you're, just being able to really understand what it is that readers or users around the world are really looking at, and how can I really optimize my business to do that?
Yeah, that's a really good point, because one of the things that I was doing when I was building backlinks is I would look at the competitors, see what kind of articles were kind of ranking well and getting some links to them, find out who's linking to them, then write an article that was complementary to that article, like not like a duplication of it, but something like similar to it, in the same field, and then reach out to the people that are linking to the competitor and be like, hey, we've got an article that's very much like this article. Can you link to ours as well? And the likelihood of getting a yes on that is astronomically higher than just willy-nilly saying, hey, can you link to our site? Because you're saying, hey, I read this article on this other page that I clicked on from your site, and we have a similar article. And so it's like, by reaching out to people like that, you're showing to them, hey, I care about what you're doing. I've been reading this stuff that you've been clicking on. Here's some specific examples. And because of that, I thought that you might like this particular article. And by being able to go into that kind of like link building relationship with that kind of information is infinitely better than just like spamming people wishing that they would link to your site or something like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And everything as far as within our link building tool, you can obviously aggregate for, who's getting that backlink, who are your competitors going to, where's the drop in opportunity within those backlinks. And really, you can, deactivate links. You can do everything through our site rather than, having to just be all over the place and have all these different areas at which, you're going back to your Gmail, then I need to email them. And so it's all built all within the platform. So it makes it super, super easy and intuitive for our users to just, build out their workflows and kind of work within our system.
That's awesome. Well, you mentioned that you guys are doing a raffle. You want to talk a little bit about how that works?
Yeah, no, I'd love to. You definitely heard that right. We have a raffle going on at the moment. It's super exciting. And it's really to celebrate our Shape Your Story campaign. We're 6 lucky winners will be selected out of a prize draw. And so winners will be chosen at random. And you can either win up to 6 months free of marketing services or a 1-year business subscription with Semrush, which is really valued at about $9,000. So we're really giving away some really great prizes right now. We really think it'll help you and your community as well as many others that are out there as well. But just being able to get kind of that leg up or, being able to, be a part of this journey, we're definitely there. We're open to it. And we definitely want to help y'all if we can.
How can people get registered for the raffle? And like, what are like the dates and stuff of availability?
Yeah. So our raffle is ongoing at the moment. So, obviously getting in there sooner, but obviously there's definitely a lot of different ways you can get entered into our prize raffle. It's super easy to sign up. All you need to do is enter in one of 3 ways. So you can either take our Semrush marketing personality quiz and then really just download the result and using your email. You can play our Hop to the Top online marketing strategy game, which is an interactive game, and you just post your score to the leaderboard. And then you can also the third way is to share your results on social media using the hashtag Shape Your Story. So it's really as simple as that. Your choice in how you join the competition. I will say a big pro tip is to maximize your chances by to maximize your chances of winning. Enter all 3 ways and multiple times. So obviously definitely take the personality quiz a couple of times. I think it's a great way to really understand where you fit in the marketing side of things. Obviously you have your own, feelings of maybe where you land on in the marketing side of things, but this will also help clear up that opportunity. And then we've obviously have a tips and tricks white paper based on kind of that result. And then obviously it'll kind of go into more depth as far as how Semrush can really go into being that resource for you. So when I get to the end of the video, in the comments section, I'll provide some links where you can find obviously some more information regarding our raffle. Like I said, you can discover your inner marketing persona by taking our What's Your Personality quiz, play the Hop to the Top game, get access to tips and tricks white papers. You can get access to our ebook from SmileWorks. Liverpool, who actually achieved, and this is something that's cool, but they achieved about 4,773% increase in organic traffic in 12 months with us. So it's an incredible result. But obviously this is really just a great, fun and interactive way for us to share how Semrush can really help shape your story, and would love to be a part of it.
That's awesome. Well, I'll definitely put some of those links down in the description or below the video. Check that, whatever platform you're going to check this out on. We'll get some links for you to click in there and check all that stuff out. The games and the quizzes and stuff sound kind of fun and cool to do just in and of themselves, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, no, they definitely are. I mean, I play the quiz quite often, and the game is quite addicting. You kind of jump to levels, and so it's quite addicting to play it for sure. I mean, it's become one of my own little games that I play on a weekly basis now. But you can definitely win some great prizes from it. So it's definitely fun. It's interactive. We want to make it as fun, bright, colorful. We're all about being there for you as well.
Well, awesome, Max. Well, this has been really helpful. So thanks for jumping on and talking to us about all this stuff. Some of the big takeaways that I've kind of got out of it there's a lot of cool new stuff going on. There's this raffle that you can join. There's games and quizzes to take to see, some insights into your business right off the bat. But even bigger than that, if you're trying to build like a content strategy for yourself or figure out like what, how to get backlinks going on, those are awesome things, especially if you find your competitor has a blog article that's getting a lot of links, you can reach out to the people that are linking to them and then ask for them to link to you too. And so that's higher chance of success for that. And then the biggest tip is, at least for me, take from it what you may, but from my perspective as like a web designer that goes out and onboards new clients and stuff like that, showing up at that initial meeting with some stats and some reports about your client, where what you know about their YouTube channel status and how many Twitter followers they have and how many backlinks they're getting and what the quality of the links are and what kind of keywords they're ranking for, what kind of keywords their competitors are ranking for. And you just show, and it takes like, gosh, if you spent like 15 minutes in Semrush before you went into a meeting, you would be like the wizard of the internet. It's like you show up and people are just like, how did you even know all this stuff? How do you have access to this? And that really, really sets you apart from just people just willy-nilly showing up, just asking about how many pages do you want, whatever. And so that's like a great way to really establish yourself as an authority in the space. And all of that's kind of bundled into Semrush. So I'll go ahead and put the links down here. Click these things, check them out, and see if you think it's going to be good for you. And if you've got any questions, feel free to put those in the comments, and we can kind of continue the conversation there. And I'm sure Max can keep his eye on things too, and I will as well. And we'll all just kind of keep it rolling and see what you think.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I appreciate you obviously for having me on today, Lee. It's been great, obviously talking about Semrush, but also getting to talk about how we can help out and, really be able to connect with you. It's been super fun, super interactive, super just exciting to, to be able to share this with y'all.
Well, awesome, Max. Well, thanks so much. Guys, don't forget to comment and like and subscribe to the channel and everything. And we'll catch up with you guys next week.